Legitimacy, an important key for policy implementation. You and let's have an important discussion. I heard you voted for the last administration. I hope it favored you and your family. However, I'm more interested on who you voted for this year. Did I hear you say Labour Party? I will assume that you are part of those who think the ruling party have no idea how to solve the problems of Nigeria. Well, I'm here to tell you today that even if Labour Party possess the knowledge of how to solve the numerous problems in Nigeria, without legitimacy then they will also fail. Let me explain. You see, to develop a nation is not the job of one man, neither is it the job of a particular tribe or religion. It is the collective effort of the majority of at least 70% of a country's population. Most importantly, this effort is willingly and freely given by the people, and should in most cases attract little or no direct monetary benefit. It should be done out of patriotism and statesmanship. By the way, of what use is a policy if it is unpopular to the majority? Let's do the math. Removal of subsidy, suspension and arrest of the EFCC chairman, suspension and arrest of the CBN governor, signing the electricity bill into law, signing the student loan into law, uniform exchange rate, increment of school fee in government secondary schools, annual motor tax, and so on. Now I can tell you for free that all of these policies are not bad policies, however, they have common problems. 1. The maker of these policies lacks the legitimacy to whip the support of the majority for them to patronize these policies, which obviously have long-term benefits too. The government and her presidency are very bad at communicating their ideas to the public in order to amass support for such policies. 3. Their policies were never researched, investigated or tested. It was simply a decision which lacks the backing of empirical study. 4. Lastly, the unveiling of these policies lacks the appropriate use of timing. In fact, it can be likened to a fire brigade approach. Rolling out various life-changing policies in less than 2 months, without allowing for breathing space, is unhealthy for democracy. You can disagree all you want, but good policies do not necessarily transcend to better development. A government must frequently test its approval rating, evaluate its level of legitimacy before announcing any policy it wishes to implement. It must also give sufficient amount of time for these policies to swiftly ease into the local fabric of a society. We are humans, not machines. We possess the ability to express our emotions on any policy, most especially if it does not have a short-term benefit to our lives as individuals. Bad emotions towards a particular policy may come as a result of the lack of proper awareness campaign carried out before such policies were made, thus forcing people to withdraw their support for the government, leading to the loss of legitimacy. This is where communication play a very important role in policy making. Maintaining legitimacy entails the constant flow of communication between the citizens and the state, and this communication must be hinged on trust, a trust that the state cannot allow to depreciate in value. A government must make every possible effort to carry out surveys, gather data, research, ask questions about the effect of a policy before making them. A policy with the right awareness campaign will sell freely in the minds of the people. For example, Ireland took in over 76,175 Ukrainian refugees, which crashed the housing and asylum system in Ireland, but because it was sold properly to its people, the backlash was minimal when compared to the damage it caused. This was because decisions were made with empirical data, guiding the conduct of the policy-making process every step of the way. Need I say more? It is important that government must allow data to guide her decision-making process. Lastly, time is an important variable in this quest. Making and implementing rapid policies without giving people time to digest its effect is an element that can strongly reduce the level of support given to a government. Give people the time they need to absorb the change process. Contact them. Help them migrate through the phases and stages of these process. Talk to them. Reply to their emails. Text them. For as long as that policy is concerned, you need them to fall in line in order for that policy to survive. So to the APC government I say to you, go back to the drawing board, redraft new plans and approach, contact relevant stakeholders, consult with the people, seek their legitimate support. For as long as you lack the support of the majority, you will never run a successful governmental policy, void of massive criticisms.